Today I'm taking over Tottenham Hotspur FC for 10 seasons with the goal of making them England's #1 club. But to do that, we'll have to end the dominance of Arsenal FC. Over the last 3 seasons Arsenal have basically owned Tottenham. They've been losing badly lately, 4-1 to Arsenal and 3-1 to Crystal Palace FC, and right now they're fighting relegation. So with Igor Tudor out and me in, the mission is simple: turn this club around and bring them back to glory. To start things off, we're going to have to make some tough decisions about which players we keep and which ones we sell. Along the way we'll face a series of challenges that will test my managerial ability to the limit, like winning a certain number of trophies. And the wheel of luck is going to decide our fate. Sometimes it might help us, sometimes it might completely ruin us. We also need to win Tottenham's first ever treble. So we're kicking things off with Season 1. First, let's take a look at the squad. Up front we've got Dominic Solanke and Richarlison. In midfield we've got England's most underrated midfielder, James Maddison. I know he's 29, but he's still going to play a big role in our quest to build the best team in the world. At the back we've got Pedro Porro and Mickey van der Ven. But honestly, we've got a lot of work to do here if we want to win the Premier League. This is going to be a grind. The good news is, we have money. Daniel Levy has opened the checkbook and we've got £112 million to spend. Before we get into transfers though, the most important decision is the formation. We're going with a 4-3-3. And before making any signings, we have to spin the wheel of luck. Let's see what we get. Sign a player from a rival club. Honestly, that actually worked out well for us, because you never know what the wheel might give next time. If you've been watching Tottenham this season, you'll know they've been conceding a lot of goals, and that has to change if we want to win the league. So we're going straight to Arsenal and signing William Saliba. He's going to play a vital role in our defense this season. But there's another rule: we can only make 2 signings per season. So for our second signing we needed a left winger. Since Tottenham sold Son Heung-min, they haven't really had a solid replacement. So we went for Luis Diaz. I think this is a very solid signing. He has Premier League experience, understands the league, and he's played in the UEFA Champions League. We got him for £50 million. We also sold players like Sarr, Bergvall, Kulusevski, Bentancur, Bissouma and Odobert. Now let's sim to the end of the season. And yeah, we finished 8th in the league. Solanke scored 16 goals, while Mohamed Salah finished top scorer with 30 goals. We also got knocked out in the FA Cup quarter-finals, and FC Barcelona ended up winning the Champions League. Now we move into Season 2. Last season was still progress compared to where Tottenham started, so this year we need to aim higher with better signings. But don't forget, the wheel of luck has other plans. Let's spin it. Sell your highest rated player. Yeah, we might be cooked. Our highest rated player was actually Solanke, and we had to sell him for £12 million. After selling him, we brought in backup defender Jean-Claire Todibo and also signed striker Victor Osimhen. Before I forget, we actually qualified for the UEFA Europa League. So this is the squad for Season 2. Let's see what happens. At the end of the season we got knocked out by Manchester City FC in the round of 16 of the Europa League. We also reached the FA Cup final, but lost on penalties to Arsenal. But in the league, we finished second. Osimhen scored 21 goals, while Erling Haaland finished top scorer with 29. We improved a lot this season, but remember the objective is to win the treble, and it's already Season 2 and we're still trophyless.
That is connected with each other.
So we're now in Season 3, and the objective this season is simple: win the Premier League. But before we make any signings, you already know what time it is. The wheel of luck is back to decide our fate. Let's spin it. And it lands on, sell your top scorer again. Yeah, we're actually cooked. But we don't have a choice. The wheel has spoken, so we had to sell Victor Osimhen. Now for our signings this season we decided to go for a world-class midfielder, because let's be honest, we're not winning the league with players like Gallagher and Pulhinha running the midfield. So we signed João Neves for £34 million. He already won the treble with Paris Saint-Germain FC and the UEFA Champions League, so he should be a perfect addition to the team. Our second signing was a world-class left-back, Marc Cucurella, who we got for £27 million. He also won the Club World Cup with Chelsea FC, so he brings a lot of experience. Since we sold our striker, Richarlison had to lead the line this season. So with the squad ready, we simulated to the end of the season. And surprisingly, we actually won the league. Richarlison scored 25 goals, although Erling Haaland still finished as the league's top scorer with 36. We also won the FA Cup, with Richarlison scoring 6 goals in the competition, while Inter Milan ended up winning the Champions League. So finally, Tottenham have their first trophies in this rebuild. Now we move on to Season 4, and this time we're going big. Yes, this is the season we try to win the treble. For some reason nobody actually wanted to buy Osimhen earlier, so he ended up sitting on the bench for most of last season, which meant we could use him in a swap deal. But first, for the wheel of luck. Let's spin it. And it lands on sign a Tottenham legend. Now that's what I'm talking about. And you already know who I'm going for. No, it's not Son Heung-min. Son is a legend, but you can't compare him to this beast. Harry Kane. So we completed a swap deal with FC Bayern Munich, sending Osimhen the other way and bringing Kane back home. We also signed another PSG midfielder, Vitinha, to strengthen the midfield. So this is the squad heading into the new season. We simulated to the end of the season and we got knocked out of the Champions League quarter-finals by Real Madrid CF. But we still won the FA Cup and the Premier League again. And as expected, Harry Kane did not disappoint. He finished the season as the Premier League top scorer with 32 goals. Now we move to season 6, and this time we are fully focused on winning the Champions League and hopefully the treble. For our signing this season we went for the Euro winner Nuno Mendes to strengthen the defense. Everything was going well until we got hit with financial fair play. Because of that, we had to let go of Vitinha, which honestly shattered a lot of my hope of winning the Champions League and the treble. But this isn't the time to feel bad. We still have a job to do. So we replaced him with João Palhinha. Now let's talk about the Champions League run. In the round of 16 we knocked out SV Werder Bremen. In the quarter-finals we knocked out Juventus FC. In the semi-finals we knocked out Real Madrid CF. And in the final we faced Inter Milan. And we actually won the Champions League. But we're not done yet. Let's check if we completed the treble. We beat Manchester City FC to win the FA Cup, with Harry Kane finishing as the top scorer in the competition. We also won the Premier League with 95 points. Which means we actually won the treble. Harry Kane finished with 33 league goals, winning the Premier League Golden Boot again, and he also scored 17 goals in the Champions League, equaling Cristiano Ronaldo's record. He has been an absolute monster up front for us. He finally fulfilled his dream of winning the Premier League with his boyhood club and lifting the Champions League, something he couldn't do at Bayern. And just like that, Tottenham went from fighting relegation to becoming the best club not just in England, but in the world. But we're not done yet. Comment down below the club you want me to fix next.